Any questions? The member from Kenora-Rainy River.
Thank you, Speaker. To the Premier. Today, over 30 elected officials from municipalities and First Nation communities across the Rainy River District have travelled 1,800 kilometres and are here at Queen's Park to tell the Premier what her government should have already done, which is take leadership of the Crossroot Forest so that the Fort Frances craft mill can reopen and put people back to work. They are literally fighting for the future of the Rainy River District. Premier, this is a needless problem that has a very simple solution. We have a mill, we have more than enough wood, and we have a potential buyer. All we need to make this deal happen is for your government to reallocate this wood and tell Expera, the potential buyer, that we want their business. Premier, will you do that today?
Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry.
Speaker, thank you. Well, once again, the premise of the question is that if there was an enhanced sustainable forest license in place, that a deal could have been consummated between the two parties. Speaker, I personally don't believe that that would have guaranteed anything. It doesn't mean we're not trying to work in that regard. What I would say to the member is security of supply was not the issue. There was a supply agreement offered to the
Minister. The member from Timmins James Bay will come to order.
740.
For the second time, the member from Timmins James Bay will come to order. Last time. Finish, please.
Speaker, there was a supply agreement offered to the company that was interested in purchasing the facility of 740,000 cubic meters per year. That's allowed under the terms of the existing sustainable forest license. So security of tenure was not at issue. The enhanced sustainable forestry license piece, once again, would not necessarily have guaranteed anything. The mill is privately owned, and that's, Speaker, where it sits today. We still continue to look for opportunities on behalf of the community of Fort Frances. Thank you.
Speaker, this is not a business-to-business problem, as the Minister of Natural Resources states. The only business-to-business dealings that are being made pertain to the physical mill structure. The biggest hold-up to this deal is the wood allocation, wood that belongs to the people of this province. This wood doesn't belong to a company. It is our wood, and it should be used to keep our local people working. Premier, you can fix this problem with the stroke of a pen. We have 3 weeks to get this right before the mill assets are damaged by not being heated this winter. Premier, will you fix this injustice for the people of Fort Frances and put our deserving town back to work before it's too late?
Minister. Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Minister.
Well, Speaker, once again, I fundamentally disagree. It was a business-to-business deal that was trying to be negotiated between someone who privately owns a mill and someone who is trying to purchase potentially the mill and get other assets to reopen the facility. MNRF staff and MNDM staff were there at the table guiding the process only. It was not our deal to be made. We were trying to do what we could to help. I would say to the member and to the members of the third party who are interested in thinking that the ESFL process would have necessarily guaranteed a deal, that today, currently, in the members' riding, there are companies that want to see an SFL put in place for their particular operation so that they can reopen and create more jobs in the members' community. So, Speaker, there is no perfect system when it comes to tenure. We've made a commitment through legislation to move forward with modernization. That is occurring. But at the end of the day, it does not guarantee that we can land a deal between a business and a business, Speaker. That is unfortunately the reality.